Γεια σας όλους, σας είναι ο JohnyThan εδώ και καλώς ήρθατε πίσω στο Doki Literal Club Plus. Συγγνώμη. Λοιπόν, την προηγούμενη φορά, παιδιά, διαβάσαμε όλοι τα πόα μας, μετά κάναμε λίγη συζήτηση με την Μόνικα, μετά διαλέγαμε ποια να εντυπωσιάσουμε και καταφέραμε και εντυπωσιάσαμε την Sayori. Και τώρα αυτή έλεγε ότι αν είχε ένα δικό της αγόρι θα την βοήθηγε να χτενίζει τα μαλλιά της, να έκανε αυτό εκείνο, ή μήπως ήταν το ανάποδο. Νομίζω ότι αν έβρισκε ένα αγόρι δεν θα μπορούσε να την φροντίσει όπως εγώ την φροντίζω. Πιστεύω πως πρέπει εγώ να είμαι το αγόρι της, γιατί αυτή χρειάζεται βοήθεια, κάποιον να την φροντίζει. Και επειδή εγώ ξέρω πολύ καλά και την φρόντισα, της πούμε, έφτιαξα το μαλλί της, έφτιαξα τον φιόγκο και την καθάρισα λίγο που έχει κάτι σαν όδο το κρέμα κάπου εδώ ή εδώ, πιστεύω ότι χρειάζεται εμένα να την φροντίσω σε αυτό. Αλλά τέλος πάντων, χωρίς άλλες καθυστερήσεις, πάμε στη συνέχεια του Doki και να πάμε στη συνέχεια, αποθέτω. Λοιπόν, είπαμε ότι θα ξεκινήσουμε με τη Sayori αυτή τη φορά. Λοιπόν, εδώ είμαστε. Τι έγινε? Oh my goodness. This is so good, John. I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really. I wanna put this on my wall. Huh. Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Nah. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ώστε λες ότι σου άρεσε και δεν ξέρεις τώρα, δεν έχεις ιδέα τώρα αν θες να το βάλεις τώρα στο τείχο σου ή όχι, γιατί ούτε και εσύ ξέρεις τι γράφεις. Τέλος πάντων. Jeez. I'm sure your opinion, has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even a tricky. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a John poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the stress against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Sorry, what does that mean? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Huh? Why don't you at least try giving it some thoughts? Nah. Aww. You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. Nah. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean by it. I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. sometimes a little bit of both. There's a world for that, right? What's the world I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you licking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, John. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Okay, bottles. A pop of mice is kept like the lid of a cookies jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all riding together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumbs and forefingers and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle I struggle to make an amend. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the way. Night after night, more dreams, friends after friends, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scrambling and scrambling. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like the my empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, and after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the title between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shooting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Wow! Περίεργο, αλλά διασκεδαστικό μου άρεσε. Holy crap. Ναι. Μας το είπε υποθέτω. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Αυτό ισχύει απόλυτα, μας το είχε πει και στο προηγούμενο poem που το είχε. Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing like magic is like magic, okay? You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yay! Writing's the best. Writing's the best, sorry. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Hahaha, don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Τέλος πάντων, πάμε με την Yuri τώρα. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, John. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much. If it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Okay. Ας προσπαθήσουμε και εδώ να διαβάσουμε ό,τι μπορούμε. The raccoon, happier in the dead of night while I was scribbling bread for a snack. My attempt was by the scribbling of a raccoon. That was, I believe, the just time I noticed my straight as. Είναι δύσκολο να το διαβάσω έτσι, αλλά θα το δοκιμάσω. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subscriptions well awake of the consumers. Well awake that a raccoon that is head will always come back for more. The beauty of my cobbling knife was the the bread, my the raccoon, and I gave the moon its pop face, and then much more of a coughing knife. The way came right that yesterday after raccoon friend I sliced the bread flesh and soft the raccoon becomes studded on the place. And perhaps I'm negative bring my emotions onto the waves safety pond. The raccoon has taken to follow me. You could say that I've gotten right used to each other. The raccoon becomes more and note, so my bread is always handy. Every time bundles my cutting knife the raccoon shows me it's expensive. A nice of blood, classics pedal. I slash the bread and fills myself against. Δεν ξέρω να διαβάσω καλά, να σας πω συγγνώμη. I was a little more daring. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and convey emotions through them. Yeah, if it takes at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wasn't to express the way it feels for me to include in my more useful hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, John? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things makes us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I wouldn't probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Ναι, είμαι ένας good listener. Πάμε με την Ατσούκη και ας αφήσουμε πάλι μόνο τη Μόνικα, γιατί όχι. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I wouldn't be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Nah. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type of a sudden. Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she wouldn't probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each taken care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, right, wiggling, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends starts to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anymore. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spiders, lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Λίγο, για να καταλάβω λίγο. Για να το καταλάβω καλά εδώ πέρα. Ώστε η Amy αρέσει τις αράχνες και εσύ δεν είσαι πια φίλος μαζί της επειδή της αρέσει οι αράχνες. Λες ότι έχει μια όμορφη φωνή, αλλά και πάλι δεν θέλεις να είσαι φίλη μαζί της επειδή έχει αράχνη. Περίμενε, τι λέει ξανά. Τι λέει, ότι της αρέσουν οι αράχνες. Σωστά, συγγνώμη αυτό. Ότι της αρέσουν οι αράχνες. Αυτή σε βοήθησε να πας στο νοσοκομείο, αλλά και πάλι δεν θέλεις να είσαι φίλη μαζί της ή με τους άλλους επειδή αυτή της αρέσουν οι αράχνες και επειδή της αγγίζει. Οκ. Σε βλέπω τι λες. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much similar analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Nah. Do you know people like that? No. Of course, it's about how everyone thinks am I. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate it to. Everyone has some kind of a weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh? That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people soon make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I won't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behavior and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who makes me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it out, it sounds like she learned her lessons. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different. I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like covering emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Okay, not a piece. Hi again, John. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to show what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you won't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you sew in the different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I shouldn't like Yuri. I sound like Yuri. Nah. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you should be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turns out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, pretty. Red, green, blue, and endless of meanwhileness. Noise. The noise, it won't stop. Vomit, squealing, screaming, shine, losing thought, like playing a dark wood on a thunder blue, like playing a unity on a pizza trust, an endless poem of meanwhileness. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of things I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a convention with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. And αυτό κάνω, δεν σώζω το παιχνίδι. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. Well, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? Ναι. Και εγώ λέω το σωστό εδώ. Πώς θα το παίζω καταρχήν? 30 λεπτά, ναι, ώρα να το σταματήσω μέχρι εδώ. Λοιπόν, αυτό ήταν ένα μεγάλο διάβασμα. Έξω doki, ναι, μας βρούμε αυτό το doki τώρα. Επίσης το sad stories, ναι, το sad stories θα το κάνουμε αφού πρώτο τελειώσουμε το doki τέτοιο και το κανονικό. Pictures, καινούργια φωτογραφία. Τι μου λες? Bottles. Είναι οι φωτογραφίες που κάναμε από πριν. Μάλιστα. It doesn't matter if she has... Ναι. Αυτά που μας έδειξε τέτοια είναι. Αυτά είναι τα γράμματα που διαβάσαμε από πριν. Ναι, eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can list, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can seek, wait, cheetahs can run. Συγγνώμη, απλώς σας παίζω και τέτοια. Λοιπόν, τέλος πάντων, σταματάω μέχρι εδώ. Wow, 6 και 53 είναι η ώρα. Τι θα γίνει τώρα στη συνέχεια? Έχω ξεχάσει τι θα γίνει στη συνέχεια, αλλά νομίζω θα κάνουμε μια παράσταση για να το δει πολύ ο κόσμος, αν δεν κάνω λάθος. Έτσι είχε πει την προηγούμενη φορά. Δεν ξέρω, αλλά τέλος πάντων σταματάμε μέχρι εδώ. Αν σας άρεσε, μην ξεχάσετε να βάλετε μια εγγραφή και να αλλάξετε αυτό εδώ το βίντεο. Θα το συνεχίσουμε το παιχνίδι και επίσημα θέλω όλους σας να ξέρετε ότι σήμερα είναι Κυριακή. Ναι, Κυριακή παίζω σήμερα. Και λες μισό λεπτό. Το Σαββατοκύριακο αποθέτω δεν κάνεις βίντεο, γιατί το κάνεις τώρα? Είναι επειδή δουλεύω σκληρά. Παίζω Minecraft με τους φίλους μου και παίζω. Είναι ότι παίζω Minecraft με τους φίλους μου τώρα και δουλεύω πολύ σκληρά. Γι' αυτό τώρα δουλεύω έτσι πολύ σκληρά. Τέλος πάντων, θα σταματήσουμε μέχρι εδώ. Θα μάθουμε στη συνέχεια τι θα γίνει και τι πιστεύω ότι θα γίνει μετά. Υποθέτω θα διαλέξουμε πάλι τη Yuri την sayori. Ό,τι δείξει. Μόλις τελειώσουμε πάλι το Doki Literal Club, τότε θα μάθουμε την υπόλοιπη ιστορία του τι θα γίνει. Τέλος πάντων, σταματάμε μέχρι εδώ. Μια εγγραφή και ένα like, παιδιά, αν σας άρεσε. Και πάντοτε θα σας δω στο επόμενο βίντεο. Γεια σας!